Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 12th to the 18th of February 2018. The week builds up to a new moon on Thursday, so we'll get to that. But to begin the week, we have Venus moving into Pisces. This happens every year, but it's the perfect opportunity, having gained clarity with the detachment that Venus in Aquarius brings. We can now connect to our core feelings, our true feelings, and use our imagination in Pisces to be the incubator of our dreams. So Aquarius has brought clarity, detachment necessary to actually get to our real feelings rather than the conditioned, the sentimental, the story. And now we've got that purity, we can dive into our imagination and create our dreams, choose what we care about truthfully, and nurture and amplify that frequency. So for the next couple of weeks, dive in, dream and create. Before we get to the new moon in Aquarius, we have a couple of days from Monday to Wednesday where we have a dark moon in Capricorn. So there's a lot going on in Capricorn. This year is very Capricornian. We began with 6 planets in that sign, and it's to get down to our deepest roots, really, to go back in time, to look at the root of everything and whether it's supporting us or not. So by Monday we dive deeply to look back, to look inwards with this dark moon energy, and to release anything that's not serving us anymore. To get to the root of our power, to remember the ancient wisdom that's in our cells, and to come from that pure, strong, central place. So we're examining anything that's false. And when we bring something up and we just explore it with our conscious mind, without trying to repress it or get rid of it or distract ourselves, then we can hold it, we can observe it, we can inspect it, we can question its veracity, journey right into the core of it, go back in time to see where we picked up that belief or feeling, and then gain our power back, deep, transformative healing power, by that conscious inspection. Because whatever's not true can't sustain when we honour that process. So many of us are carrying a lot of baggage forwards, things that happened, things that were perceived in a certain way or taken too personally, and then that snowballed into a whole story, and we call into our current life situations that are actually attracted to us from that very, very distant situation. But when we pull that up at the roots by conscious inspection, then we stop attracting in our current lives more stories that are based on that. So really deep digging on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. By Wednesday I feel it's really good to be conscious about how we feel. So we're often encouraged to be busy and to be in the head. But when a feeling comes up, especially worry or anxiety, it's good to really hold it, to explore it, to feel where it is in your body, and to acknowledge it before releasing it. Because your mind can work against you. But when you actually give the mind a job to do, to explore what's happening, what story is being created, what narrative is going on, then we can bring it up and purge it. So there's a great sense of purging our history, our beliefs, and anything that's not supporting us at the roots. And this leads to us taking charge, becoming the boss. By Thursday we have the new moon at 27 degrees Aquarius, which is a partial solar eclipse. So this is a time to envision new dreams. We should be pure now. We should have simplified and uncomplicated and got to the bottom of anything that's dragging us down, making our heart heavy or affecting our body in different places. Got rid of the narrative and feeling lighter and brighter and freer. So if we tidy up past struggles and loose ends, then there's a simpler and better way of being that permeates this new moon. The clear mind and a pure heart, well aligned, then can you just let go and live more simply, more in the moment? Because this is the Chinese New Year and we're moving from 2 years of fire, which has been quite frazzling and hectic, very quick paced, quite heady, and we're moving into 2 years of earth, and the first one is the year of the earth dog. So this new moon in Aquarius calls us to our purified heart, to centre there, to be present, to enjoy the moment, to enjoy life and healthy connections with our loved ones, but really just to simplify and become more present. That's going to be a slowing of pace that we can carry through all year, now that we've got rid of all of the complications and the falsity. So by the weekend, we can give ourselves permission. We have the right to feel strong and empowered. There's so many illusions on the outside making us feel small, or the appearance of separation and oppression. But if we choose to feel strong and empowered, because we know that we're creating our lives from the inside, then we have the right to reclaim our power. So like I say, this is done by being aware of how we feel on a regular basis rather than letting the head run the show. The head will always be looking back to the past or projecting into the future unless we give it that job to do. So maybe have a practice now, going forwards, regularly every day, tune in and say, how do I feel? It's easy to get caught up in that emotion then and then get drowned in the story, but there really are only two feelings, expanded or contracted. So if you feel expanded, wonderful. If you feel contracted, then have a look at the root of that and see if it's even real. Don't let that permeate the rest of your day. So regular self-exploration, questioning which emotions are healthy, which ones are actually real, and which ones have served their purpose. So like an emotional health check, emotional MOT, the question really is, for well-being, are you a well-being? And taking your power back to transmute and to heal. So a very clear week really, first half of the week digging deep, going back, exploring in an empowered and strong way in order to come out more simplified at the new moon in Aquarius and to decide to live your life in happiness, simplicity, joy and empowerment. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. I'd love to meet you if you'd like to explore where these energies are happening for you, and I'm available in London one-to-one or over Skype. I also have a series of courses and meetups and an online membership group where we can have regular contact and explore astrology and many other related topics together. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.